We welcome you all to the latest edition of The Beat from 12th Man Studios inside the south end zone of Kyle Field. I'm Will Johnson. We begin with Texas A&M softball. After a fast start in 2016, they hit a speed bump in Athens last weekend. They were swept by Georgia. Hoping to right the ship again, they hosted Arkansas this weekend for a 3-game set. The series got started on Friday night, and A&M, having to sit on being swept for a while, wanted to rid their minds of Georgia immediately. One way to do it, 4 runs in the first inning. The 11th-ranked Aggies rode the hot start to a sizable advantage, then shifted into cruise control.
Bases loaded for the Razorbacks as they try to climb back into this one. Swing and a miss, got her to chase out of the zone.
Freshman Samantha Shao was not going to allow the Razorbacks back in it. She went the distance in the circle. Her catcher, Ashley Walters, provided plenty of offensive pop. She had 3 hits and drove in 2 runs. The Aggies beat the Razorbacks to start the weekend in run rule fashion. The final, A&M 11, Arkansas 3. Saturday, would Arkansas put up more of a fight? For 3 innings, yes. But in the 4th, the Aggies break it open.
And she puts one into the gap. 2 more runs come in to score for A&M. Walters comfortably into second after the Aggies' second straight 2-run double.
They get 6 runs in the frame. A Callie Lanphier double was a big help. It plated 2. Walters, soon after, a double of her own that also sent a couple more Aggies across the plate. It was a formality the rest of the way. Trinity Harrington was in the circle this time around. She throws every inning, allowing a run in the first, but nothing else the rest of the day. It is another run-ruled victory. The Aggies take Game 2 by a final count of 9-1. The finale Sunday, the Aggies go for the sweep. Ashley Walters was good in the first 2 games. She was at her best in this one. She doubled in the first inning with the bases loaded. It cleared them. The Aggies out to another big lead. Walters in the 3rd, a 2-run home run, and A&M isn't looking back.
There she goes. And Walters puts a charge into that one, and it leaves the ballpark.
Walters ended the game 3 for 3 with 6 RBIs. Samantha Shao goes the distance again, giving up just 3 hits and a lone run. For the 3rd consecutive day, Texas A&M run rules Arkansas. They do it again. This time the final, Aggies 9, Razorbacks 1, same score as Saturday. The brooms are out. A&M sweeps the Razorbacks back to Fayetteville. Texas A&M now looks forward to a Wednesday night matchup that starts at 6:30 at the Aggie Softball Complex against Stephen F. Austin. Then, coming up this weekend, they're off to Tennessee in Knoxville to face the Volunteers. Joe Evans is on set when we come back. This portion of The Beat is brought to you by ASCO, your place for case construction equipment in Texas. We welcome you back to the latest edition of The Beat. As you saw a moment ago, Texas A&M softball swept the Arkansas Razorbacks this past weekend, and in the process got their 30th victory of the year. That was with the Sunday win. We are now joined by our head coach, Joe Evans. Her and the Aggies look forward to Stephen F. Austin on Wednesday night, and this weekend they're off to Tennessee to take on the Volunteers. And Coach, if we begin, perhaps like a lot of coaches say, it all starts in the circle, what you have pitching-wise. And Samantha Shao threw 2 games against Arkansas, and it seemed like she got better as each one progressed.
Exactly. She did get better. You know, the first night I think she had 5 walks and 1 hit batter, but still got a good win and did a good job for us. But then on Sunday, she was really good. She did a great job, just got better and better, cut down her walks. Command of the strike zone was a lot better, and just her whole presence on the mound. So very encouraging for us.
And you also throw Trinity Harrington. And She's kind of fought a little bit of injury
Yeah.
stuff as of late, so how encouraging was it to see her outing against the Razorbacks on Saturday?
We really needed that. And she's been out of our lineup for a while. We used her for a few innings against Georgia. She hadn't been in a game for weeks, and so we knew she might struggle in that situation. So to come back from Georgia, get 3 great bullpens in last week, and then to go out on Saturday and give us a great start, and we end up winning with the run rule, so she gets 5 quality innings in. Really important, especially down the stretch here with who we've got in the SEC.
Mm-hmm. And I thought it was interesting that whether you're Samantha or Trinity, the pitchers, they both got considerable help from their
Yes.
catcher in the offensive variety. Ashley Walters was named SEC Player of the Week for her performance against Arkansas, and that's rightfully so. If you could have found anybody who had a better weekend than Ashley Walters, I mean, you'd have to look pretty hard to do
Yeah,
that.
there's a reason she's the Player of the Week in the SEC, and she had a great weekend. The thing was, she was patient at the plate, but when she got pitches to hit, she hit them hard. She had a lot of RBIs for us. She was the one who, like you talked about timely hitting, that kid was dead on. So really excited about Ashley. She's a great player, but really, really blue collar, hard worker, comes from a family of athletes. Her dad's the head football coach and AD at Center Point, coaches baseball too. Her brother plays baseball at Center Point. And so you see a kid, just a blue collar, hard nose, I'm going to go to work every day and get better. And then you see it pay off on a weekend like that. It's exciting for her and for our program.
And I think of players like Ashley and Tori Vidalis and Callie Lanfear, and then there's speed with Keely Milligan in there. Coaches are always looking for more. You're never satisfied. But offensively, are you going at it about as good as a team can running through an SEC schedule?
Well, I feel good about our offense. You know, we have our times where we're not as productive as we want to be, but, you know, you can't – I have a hard time complaining about this weekend, and, you know, we put up good numbers, and we're balanced throughout our lineup. We've got good speed, as you say. We've got good power, and really power 1 through 9, well, 2 through 9, who can hit home runs. So it's a balanced offense that I think can put up big numbers against anybody, including some of the best teams in the SEC that we'll face soon.
Mm-hmm. And I always like to ask this because you're at about the 2/3 point of your season. 55 regular season games. You got right at 36, 37 of them out of the way. When any of our sports have an RPI attached to their rankings, I dig into it. I like it. But coaches, how do you look at it? Is it that time to maybe glance at it and see where you're positioning yourself for postseason play?
Yeah, it's kind of that time of year where you kind of can't help but look at it. You know, I sometimes don't want to know, but, you know, we're right now 13. We've been as high as 6. So we just need to stay in that top 16. Obviously, we want to be in the top 8. That would ensure that we would most likely host super regionals. So all of that is really important. It's critical. So people talk about the rankings all the time. I'm not really that interested in the rankings. Right. I'm interested in RPI, meaning your power of schedule, strength of schedule, and the strength of your opponent's schedule. That's what matters when it comes right down to it.
And finally this, you went into Arkansas coming off of Georgia, where you were swept. Now you sweep the Razorbacks. But is the message still the same to your team? It's not about one weekend in just 3 games. This is a whole set of 55 together. That's what we'll judge ourselves on.
Exactly. It's such a grind. And when you look at the SEC and the Diamond Sports and softball, and I think we've got 9, 10 teams in the top 30. And so it's just such a challenge. It's the cliche, it's a marathon, not a sprint, holds true here. So really important for us to not get too high, too low, but to really keep getting better. The great thing for me as a coach and for our coaching staff is we know we still have room to get better, which is really fun. And when you have a young team like ours, you have room for growth and improvement. So I'm excited about the weekend to get us back on the winning track. But it's just a weekend, and here we go again.
Absolutely, and the next weekend takes you to Knoxville, Tennessee, where as tough as any. So,
Exactly.
So congratulations on the sweep. All the best out in Knoxville. Thanks for the time, Coach.
All right, thanks a lot.
Joe Evans right here, Texas A&M softball picking up their 30th win with the Sunday victory over Arkansas. This portion of the Beat is brought to you by Memorial Hermann, official sports medicine partner of Texas A&M Athletics. We return to the Beat. The Bryan and College Station communities support Texas A&M athletics like no other. And this weekend, Aggie student athletes gave back, and 12th Man Productions was there every step of the way.
I'm Tina Nguyen, and this is Shalice George, and we're here with 12th Man Productions.
This morning we're here at Kyle-Field Plaza as the Texas A&M student body gears up for the big event.
The big event is the largest student-run service project in the entire nation, consisting of over 20,000 Aggie students as they give back to the Bryan College Station community.
Follow us around as we check out our student athletes as they participate in the big event today. First on the list is the SEC champion Texas Aggie volleyball team. They decided to take time out of their busy off-season schedules and put themselves to work for the benefit of the community.
My favorite part is just giving back to the community. They support us during our season and come and watch our games. Today we're out helping the Hazelwood family do a little yard work. We're doing cutting hedges and gardening a little bit and just touching up their front yard for them.
This is once a year, and so it's fun for all of us to get out here, give back to the community, and help out others.
So you usually see this team at Ellis Field, but today they're taking part in the big event as they give back to the Bryan College Station community.
I think it's really cool that our whole team got to come together and really give back to the community. They come out to our games and really cheer us on, so to be able to come and serve them, and really A&M really prides themselves on selfless service, so just to embody that core value and come out here and do that was awesome.
The equestrian team and both men's and women's swimming and diving teams joined in on the service too.
As a team, we're very blessed with many opportunities to be able to represent Texas A&M. And so being able to come out here and definitely give back to our community and help other people that need it was a huge thing for us to be able to represent not only the team, but our school.
Between the three clubs, they were able to build gardens, pull bushes, and still have time to enjoy a beautiful outdoor lunch.
I think it's just great for us to come out here and be able to get in some work with the community and stuff as a team and as a university, and really just represent our university and show what we're all about, instead of just having people come out and support us, that we can give back to them.
The Fightin' Texas Aggie football team continued their annual service project with Twin City Missions, but this year was a special one as the Aggies delivered a personalized gift to the organization. The players contributed some of their own funds to purchase a piece of artwork commemorating the relationship between the football team and Twin City Missions.
It's a two-pronged attack today. We've got a special relationship with Twin City Missions. We've been involved with them since we've been here. Helped donate, build a playground in the back for the kids, and we come out and clean it up every year. But it's a big event. All our players are here working, cleaning up weeds, cleaning windows, pruning trees, doing everything they need to do here to really help Twin City Missions move forward.
Coach Sumlin and the guys, they come out every year for the big event. They come out around Christmas time and serve in the community cafe, and throughout the year just volunteering and being of service within the community.
See our guys really just, not for the fanfare, not for the photo op, but really just to come out and serve. We have a great group of men. They don't care about getting their hands dirty and going to pick up trash or helping clean windows or things like that. So, we get put on a pedestal, but it's a great platform. It's a great platform to come serve people and to come out and be a part of the big event here at Twin City Missions. Pretty special.
Welcome back to 12th Man Studios and the latest edition of The Beat. Spring always busy with Texas A&M athletics, several sports in action. Right now, let's catch you up on a few of them. The football team held Friday Night Lights last week. At Kyle Field, an important scrimmage for Kevin Sumlin and his squad as they look forward to the 2016 season. Competition is ongoing at several positions, including quarterback. Graduate transfer Trevor Knight is in the thick of it. So is the bowl game starter, Jake Ubenak. Myles Garrett, one of the nation's best pass rushers, looks to lead the defense, a group that showed great strides last season under coordinator John Chavis. The Aggies hold their spring game at Kyle Field this Saturday. Kickoff is at 5 p.m. Men's golf held their annual Aggie Invitational this weekend at Traditions Club. Each year, the tournament helps showcase one of the top courses in the state of Texas and serves as A&M's final tune-up for the SEC Championships. Senior Andrew Lister looks ready. He finished in the top 5 individually at 1 under par. The SEC start on April 15th in Sea Island, Georgia. The NCAAs begin in mid-May. Baseball went to Florida as the top-ranked team in the country, but the Aggies no longer hold that lofty billing. Starting pitching faltered all weekend long. In Gainesville, the Aggies lost ground. The Gators swept them. Exiting the weekend, Texas A&M was 22-6 overall. There were still only 5 programs in the country that had more wins than the Aggies. This group looks forward to a weekend set back at home at Bluebell Park as they'll host the Georgia Bulldogs. Finally, in Austin, the state's most prestigious track meet, the 89th running of it, the Texas Relays. A&M has dominated here in recent years, and the men did so again. The Aggies were named the team of the meet for the 6th time since 2009. The men's 4x200 and 4x800 relay teams set collegiate leading marks for this season, and John Kiriazos did so in the javelin. The women got 3 individual victories, all in throwing events, including Maggie Malone in the javelin and Shelby Vaughn in the discus. The track and field teams compete each weekend for the rest of this month, and their SEC championships in Tuscaloosa start on May 12th. Also a reminder, both tennis teams are ranked in their respective top 25s. They have matches left at the Mitchell Center before they hit their SEC championships coming up. When we come back, we close out the beat. Before we say goodbye on this edition of The Beat, a reminder about Saturday. 5 p.m. is kickoff for the spring game. Kevin Sumlin and his squad wrap up spring workouts with that contest. It's the first time it is back in Kyle Field since 2013. Construction did not allow A&M to hold this game inside the stadium the past couple of years. So 5 p.m. is kickoff Saturday from Kyle. Kevin Sumlin and the 2016 Aggies. It's their spring game. Hope you'll join us. We've run out of time on this edition of The Beat. So long, everybody.